Hey y'all, so this is another cook with me. Y'all actually have missed a lot of my life lately just because I haven't been vlogging. So here's what y'all have missed. Since I graduated from training, I did my first trip. You guys saw a little bit of that. I vlogged a little bit of that. And then since I came home from my first trip, I've been on reserve. We were only on reserve for 3 days. That's how they do their reserve buckets. The first day I did, well, I can't say I technically didn't get called. The first day I got called in for airport standby, and I didn't get called in for a trip or to help board or anything. I just sat in the airport lounge, and then I was released. I called and I got released. And then the second day, I did get called in for a 2-day trip, and it was super, super simple, but not so much. So the 2-day trip consisted of me flying from Denver to Seattle, and then we overnighted in Seattle, and then we just deadheaded from Seattle back to Denver. However, I worked the A position, and it was so funny because me and my classmate, I ended up seeing her in the lounge on the day that I got airport standby on my first day of reserve. And we were talking about getting the A position, and just like being so like having so much anxiety around it. And literally the next day I got assigned the A position. So it was just a lot going on. It's a lot, y'all. One day I'm gonna get accustomed to it and it'll just be like clockwork, but it was a lot going on. All that aside, I am getting ready to make bruschetta chicken. So I was scrolling on Pinterest and this girl was making bruschetta chicken. I'm like, that looks so amazing. I love tomatoes. 9 times out of 10, if I'm eating or if I'm cooking anything, meat-wise, it's gonna either be breakfast sausage or chicken. And so yeah, that is what I'm cooking today. I gave my Nan the choice, so we still have some frozen meat left over from our HelloFresh meals, because while I was away at training, she didn't cook any of the HelloFresh meals, but of course all the produce and stuff is like, it went bad, but of course the meat that was in the freezer is still good. And so I'm trying to think of like healthy meals to make with the meat that's still in the freezer. And so I was like, we can either make burgers with the ground pork and do lettuce wraps instead of using like actual hamburger buns, or we can do the bruschetta chicken. And my Nana is like a meat girl. Like, don't give her no pasta without no meat. Like, it has to be meat, period. And so when she chose bruschetta chicken, like, she eats chicken, but she's a meat girl. So I just knew she was gonna go for the pork burger. She does like lettuce wrapped pork burgers instead of like, she doesn't have to have the bun part, but when she chose the bruschetta chicken, I was like very surprised. But anyways, that is what I'm cooking, so let's get into it. I'm gonna stop rambling. Here are all the seasonings that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use a little bit of this original Mexican chili powder seasoning. My aunt got this. I've never seen this before, but yeah, I've used it a couple times. Granulated garlic, of course, granulated onion, this chili lime seasoning. I use it on everything. Mushroom umami seasoning, Sazon Goya, cayenne pepper. Technically, I don't have to use cayenne pepper because Chicheres has cayenne in it, but I still use it anyways. I just like to use it anyways. Crushed red pepper to add a little bit of spice. I'm not gonna add too much to the overall seasoning because I'm gonna add some to the overall seasoning just to give it a little bit of flavor. But I'm gonna add more to my pieces because my Nana does not like spice. So I'm going to add more to my pieces, but I'm going to add some to her pieces just for the overall flavor profile. And then I have, of course, balsamic vinegar.
Onions, garlic, celery, balsamic vinegar.
Because it's bruschetta. I have fresh mozzarella. My tomatoes are over there. And then I have minced garlic and water. It's a must. And then I have pesto. I'm thinking it might be like a bruschetta with like pesto. So yeah, we're gonna experiment with that. We're gonna play with that a little bit. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get our chicken washed, season it up, and let's get this going because I'm tired. I've had a long day. I went to the gym today. I've been going to the gym every day that I can. If I work, then I try to go, but it just depends on what my schedule is like. But usually if I'm not working, I go to the gym. Or even if I'm on call, I still try to go to the gym depending on where I am on the on-call list. So yeah, let's get into the cooking.
Maybe I love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll myself. Sip in the mirror, I duck myself. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, my mind. Yeah, my mind. I ain't got a clue, bro. I said 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 of my eyes. Yeah, my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wondering all day. Try to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind when it needs me. Trying to get by, but I'm burning. I'm in line, my mind is right. All these thoughts have trouble me. Starting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life. Then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need. Right, yeah. I really need time now. I need to spend mine now. I really need mine now. I need to spend my mind now. I really need time now. I need to spend mine now. I really need mine now. Oh, yeah. For the money, cars, the stars, the children, all these things I've got. I wonder, hey, would you still want me? Would you still call me? Still calling you, be loving me, loving you. If it wasn't for the money, cars, the stars, the children, all these things I've got, I wonder, hey, would you still want me? Would you still calling me? Still calling you, be loving me, loving you. I really need my love. I really need my love. I really need time. I need to spend my mind out. I really need time. I really need my love. I really need time. Oh, yeah. Set me free and in the open heart. Farther than the eyes can ask. Free and in the ocean now. Yeah. Set me free. Now I need to find relief. Set me to the open sky. Now I need to free my mind.
This chicken look good, or whatever I spice it. I'm gonna probably put it on broil so it can get a little crispy on top. Yeah, that's a move. This is how they turn out. These didn't get as crisp as these did in the back, but these gonna probably end up going in the fridge anyways. I'm gonna put some balsamic vinegar on these, but I'm only gonna put the ones on the pieces that I eat because I don't know if my nana wants any on hers. But yeah, this is how they turn out.
When I'm with you.